Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Weekly MTG. This is Chris Peeler here from the Social and Community team, and today I am joined by Gavin Verhey.
Hey, Chris. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you on board here. So it is a big day today. This is the official release of Strixhaven on MTG Arena, available on Mitgo as well. And today we're going to be hanging out and just playing some sealed games and sort of uh, giving ourselves a crash course on the set, so to speak. Especially for me, I have been uh, not quite as studious. I'm just in the interest of full disclosure, not quite as studious with the limited environment for this set this time around. So I'm hoping that between Gavin's expertise and the chat, we can school me a little bit here and get some games in.
Was there ever a better time to study than Strixhaven? I mean, if you need to be studious, this is really the set for it. And yeah, what a great time to dive in to this brand new set on day one of MTG Arena launch. So I'm excited to just get into a sealed and start playing. But is there any news first?
Truth.
First up, Chris?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Unfortunately, before we just real quick, just like one quick item, and
Or
it is Strixhaven
fortunately,
related actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, really quick before we get going, just wanted to remind everybody that the Strixhaven pre-release party is happening this weekend. So this is similar to events that we've done in the past with Time Spiral Remastered, where you are able to go to your local store, pick up a pre-release kit, and we have events going on Spell Table all weekend long. You can hang out, play games. There's going to be all kinds of fun interactive events going on there. I think there's going to be some trivia. You're going to be able to align with the college of your choice and sort of play off for points. And tons of different creators and personalities from around the Magic community are going to be there this weekend. So it's going to be a ton of fun if you are not able to play in person in your region, or if you're not able to get some Strixhaven games going in your own social bubble. Then this is a great way to get some games going. But with that,
Yeah,
that's
fantastic.
really all that we have.
And I also
Oh
just want to
yeah,
say I've had such a great time playing Magic online against other people on places like Spell Table or over Discord. So if you haven't tried it yet, it's pretty easy to get set up. I've got a video about it on Good Morning Magic. Other folks have videos about it out there too. And go search for some and figure out how to get set up for it. You can even use your phone. It's really easy. Just get some books, put your phone on top of it, and you're basically ready to go. So I can't recommend it enough. I know it sounds daunting, but it's pretty easy to do and it's a lot of fun. So go check it out.
yeah, it is. It is a total blast. The interface is super simple, easy to get into, and yeah, if you have even just your phone, you're going to be able to pull it off just nicely. So with that, let's say we get into some games. Yeah.
That seems like a thing to do to me. Let's kick it over
All right.
to MTG Arena. All right, so
There
here
we
we are,
go.
and it's time to do some sealed. Is what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna spend my 2,000 gems and see what we get. And I'll kind of walk through my deck building process here a little bit. Yes, I
Yeah.
would. Thank you very much, MTG Arena. All right,
So
first
yeah,
most
we're going
important
with
step: see what
sealed.
your rares are. Oh, go ahead.
Indeed. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to say we're going with sealed today to sort of to match some of that pre-release experience that people are going to have both online and in person. Um, we'll probably have the chance to play some drafts later on, but let's see what we got. What did you crack open for your rares here?
Ooh, pretty
Let's
exciting. So we have a
see.
Planeswalker, which is always very nice. We
Mm.
got this awesome Mystical Archive Natural Order, so that's pretty
Whew.
cool. And notice that
All
on the
right.
screen on MTG Arena when you play, it only shows you 6 rares, but you did open up more, and that's notable because these Mystical Archive cards take up another spot in the rare slot in your booster pack. So there's actually even more
Mm-hmm.
goodies than what's pictured right here. But definitely, just from the rares, I never like to build only on the rares, but I like to keep them in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at these, definitely have some green black possibilities, right? This is a great card in limited. Like if you slam this turn
Mm-hmm.
4 and you have some pest tokens easily, you will run away with the game. But anyway, let's take a look what we have. Ah, and I got some gems. Sweet. Okay, so nice Manatite. That's the first card I see. That makes me happy. The first thing I normally like to do in this set is try and identify just which colors I have that are the strongest. Now, normally in Strixhaven Limited, you're going to be playing 2 or 3 colors. And I'd say
Mm-hmm.
probably more often than not, you actually are going to be playing 2 colors. It's not as much like Ravnica, where you're looking to find like those 3 color arcs or wedges. It really is built for 2 colors, but you can play 3 colors, and there is a bit of mana fixing for it. And especially in sealed, that's a little slower. You'll be able to find those colors. So the first thing I'd want to do is try and identify what my strongest cards are and which colors might be good for that. So let's take a look through here.
Yeah, it looks like your selection of white cards might be a little thin. Some solid common playables here, but not a ton.
Even though Mana Tithe is one of the best Magic cards ever printed, I feel like my
nobody
white
has
is looking a
gotten
little on the weak
got.
side.
Mana Tithe is probably like has to be like in the top 5 of like get got cards in Magic history, right? Like no one ever suspects
Absolutely.
the white tempo deck to have the random counter spell on turn 1. But sometimes it'll just happen.
Yeah. No one plays, especially in this format too, where there's 70 or whatever mystical archive cards. You're just not gonna know it. So anyway, white looks a little weak to start off with, but our gold cards might change that. If I'm looking for evasion and removal are two really big things that I'm looking for. This is great. Compulsive Research is a really strong draw spell, so that's nice too. Frost Trickster is I think a premier common for this set. Another draw spell.
No, I had to reread Frost Trickster several times when I first saw it. Like, back when I first started playing, Windrake was like a premier limited level common, and being able to have a Windrake on top of a huge tempo swing is it's a big deal.
Yeah. So blue looks pretty solid here. Let's look at our black cards. I see Eliminate as a nice removal spell. That's kind of cool. This is another removal spell here. You're usually going to pay the full amount for this, but you can play it for cheaper if you need to. Another removal spell with Mage Hunter's Onslaught. So definitely a couple of good removal spells in black there. Let's see. Okay, looking at red. Wow, red is super light. Red basically has like this guy. I guess it does have 2 removal spells, but it's super light on removal or on just cards.
Not anything that's really drawing you towards that color, at least in the monocolored slot here.
Looking into my green cards, also a little bit light. You do have this Natural Order, which if I find a big green multicolored creature, this could be nuts, right? If we have a huge green creature multicolored, you can cheat it into play on turn 4 with Natural Order. That is definitely worth keeping in mind. But nothing here is gonna get the job done. All right, let's keep going here. Looking at our
where all the fun stuff starts happening here.
Yeah, very much. I mean, Strixhaven being a 2-colored set, you'll be able to find a bunch of hopefully good 2-colored cards. Let's look at our white black. Notably, this does not get rid of creatures. It looks like it will, but it doesn't. So don't be fooled by Fracture. Yeah. This is a pretty solid flyer though. 5 mana 3/3 flyer. All right, white black not that exciting. Let's keep going. Blue red. This Expressive Iteration is pretty good. There are 3 copies of Elemental Masterpiece, which is you're gonna go into a long blue red Mari deck. That's nice.
That'll do.
Green black though, wow, we've got some pretty good green black stuff here. We've got this Edict card. We've got this thing which explodes into pests. We have this which 3 mana 2/2 menace is already like playable sometimes on its own. Then you pick up this gain life bonus, make it larger is pretty awesome. Got a pest summoning, and we have the Demagogue Titan. Green black taking an early lead here, especially given those black removal spells we saw. Looking at red white, there is this command which is nice. Given that our white was pretty weak, though, I don't see enough here to convince me. Let's move into green blue. This fractal guy is a nice common. There you do have Kazmina, right, which is pretty nice. She's cheap. She comes down early, helps you scry a little bit, and can pump out creatures. Not the most incredible planeswalker of all time, but still for limited, but still solid in its own right. This is pretty good as a green blue creature that builds up. That's a nice one. Eureka Moment, also solid. Draw 2, accelerate you.
Yep.
Cody, for those who are in the market.
Cody!
We're not playing this card, but if I really wanted to play the 5-color deck, I could try for something bananas, but not this time.
No guts, no glories, Gavin. Come on.
Sorry. All right, and that brings the end of it. So my best stuff looks like green, blue, and black to me. Blue is the deepest monocolor for sure. And green black has the best gold cards. So I'm going to start. So what I like doing now is trying to assemble the deck on the right. So I'm going to try making, also just from like a cursory glance, it looked like, my colors tend to be a little more shallow than deep. So I'm going to try building a green, blue, black deck. And then if it looks like I have too many playables and maybe I can cut some stuff, I might toil it down to just green black. Let's start by taking a look here. Gonna play this compulsive research. Gonna play the cross trickster, mentor's guidance. This is actually a main deckable card sometimes, but maybe we'll keep it in the sideboard if we have enough learn lesson stuff. This is okay.
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah, lesson just definitely changing sort of the evaluation process on a lot of these cards. Like, if we're able to assemble that learn engine, being able to just have those cards effectively in the sideboard ready to get played and not taking up any extra slots in our deck is such a huge gain.
Yeah, very, very much so. And when you have good things to find, it means that all of your learn cards start to say draw a card on them, essentially, which is really nice.
Exactly.
Like this field trip, 3-mana ramp is like, that's okay, but when it's 3-mana ramp that finds you a draw 2 spell, it becomes a lot more attractive. And all right, this natural order. I unfortunately think our deck is just not going to have stuff to natural order. Which is a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, natural order into Demagoth Titan feels a little bit loose. I mean, you get pay that 4 mana for that sweet 4 mana discount.
I mean, you can go find it, but then you also had to sack a creature to do it in the first place, right? So it's
yeah.
Now, notably, you can also put your learn lessons in the main deck. This is a main deckable card sometimes, so I'm putting it in here, especially with the sacrifice stuff I've listed already. I'll probably end up cutting it, but I at least want to consider it. This card's good, pretty good. This card's pretty good. These are both pretty good. Oops. Come back. This is pretty good. And this is one that you could main deck or leave in the sideboard. I think I'm probably gonna leave that in the sideboard. This is Golem. This is a really fun card if you have stuff that can trigger it. Don't think I do though. I'm probably not gonna play that. Probably not gonna play that. This will probably be in the sideboard. These are probably in the sideboard. Okay, so looking at this, all right, well, I selected, let's see, there's 15, 17 lands in here currently. This is 30 cards. So we're actually pretty much not that far off. So I'm tempted to kind of go with this blue, black, green approach here.
Having those extra dual lands will help facilitate this a little bit better. But yeah, it's one of those tricky sealed pools, really, where you're like straddling the line between exactly these 3 colors.
Yeah, right. Normally, what I'd start to try and figure out now is, okay, could I splash one of the 3 colors? That's what I was looking at, because then it's really easy. You're like, oh, I'll main deck these. I'll main these 2, and they'll try and splash the 3rd. But they are pretty much in equal proportion to one another. Makes it all the trickier. Maybe I could try cutting down on the blue a little bit. Got a few good draw spells. Got this compulsive research. But maybe let me just try a version where I just cut out the blue, as much as it pains me to do so, and just go black-green. All right, well, if we do this, we're a little short on playables. But it's possible that's the right direction to go. And then I guess I could play this. I should probably play this. This is a white-black hybrid, but I was missing out on that before.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is probably for the sideboard. This is a card you can play sometimes. And I got this piece of mana fixing too. It's interesting in that this field trip only finds forests, so it doesn't actually help fix your mana, which is notable.
Right. It does feel like it would be a little.
What do you think, Chris? Do you like going for the full 3 color here? Going for the full 3 color here, or do you prefer to stick to the 2?
I feel like if this were me at home, or playing while I'm on a break or something like that, I feel like I'd probably do what you've got going on here with just sticking with green black and maybe with the lightest possible blue splash. But for right now, day 1, hanging out on stream, I really feel like maximizing the fun is the way to go, personally.
That's what I'm feeling too. So let's go for the full green, blue, black, and we're just gonna cut some of the more fringy cards here. And no, I might have to cut this Demagoth Titan. Maybe we'll see. It might be pretty hard to cast if I've got a bunch of islands in our deck. So this is probably gonna have to go, sadly. But life will be okay.
Our big chunky goth boy will have to wait for another day.
Yeah, probably put that in the sideboard. Let's see, how many clerics, druids? I do have one planeswalker in my deck, so that's nice. How many clerics,
Ha!
druids, shamans, warlocks, and wizards do I have? I got
Should be able
one
to.
warlock,
If you check up all the
druid.
deck stats, you should be able to pull up that
Oh
number
yeah,
pretty quick.
that's right. Thank you, MTG Arena.
Yeah, wizard,
I got
warlock.
two warlocks, three wizards, and four druids. All right, I feel good about this. I feel good about playing this
Yeah.
Mentor's Guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm thinking about what my deck's going to do. I think a lot of the time this is going to be a pretty slow deck, right? I'm going to be getting card advantage and slowly grinding my opponents out. So because of that, I'm just going to lean my deck in that direction and look for stuff that's going to help me win the long game. Like this Vortex Runner is going to be a little bit good because I'm probably going to get to 8 lands and I'll want the 3/3 unblockable is my guess.
Yeah.
Especially with the double field trip in my deck. Do I have much in the way of life gain here? I don't think I've got a ton in the way of life gain.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. No.
Yeah, I'm going to cut this 10 to Pest. It's not going to be good for this deck. I'm going to cut this Blood Researcher. I don't think it's going to be that great in this deck. This Negate can be pretty good. There's a lot more spells in this format than normal, so I'd like to keep that if I can.
True, and Negate's one of those cards that tends to shine a little bit more in Sealed compared to even regular draft, right? With players sort of generally playing slower, trying to protect their big game-ending threats, that sort of thing. I can respect keeping Negate in here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's this guy. He's a 4-mana 3/3 that slowly grows. I think I'm just gonna. I don't know. This is pretty slow growth. I'm probably gonna cut this Lore Mage, which is also a BB spell. It costs double black. I think I'm a little low on creatures. I only have 10 creatures in my deck, so probably need to cut a non-creature for the next one.
Maybe Agonizing Remorse? I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, 2 mana, take your opponent's best card out of their hand is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's true. And the slower the format, the better it's going to be. It's a good point.
Right. Let's see. All these field trips are great because they ramp me and give me a land, which is nice. Although I'm kind of ramping into nothing, right? Or they ramp me and give me a spell, but I am kind of ramping into nothing because I do stop literally 4 as high as my curve goes. So maybe when the field trips is supposed to go. All right. Well, let's try cutting this field trip and see what happens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not super in love with this deck. The mana is going to be a little rough, I think. I only have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black cards left. 3 of them are removal spells. This is also one of these, I guess. I think what I might do in this case, I'm probably going to actually cut this Leech Fanatic, then I can just really go light on the black, be primary green blue, splashing black, and let's go back and look at my green blue card, see if there's anything here that would be good to put in.
I don't know. Is there an argument to main deck the Fractal Summoning just to have something to do with all of your mana? I don't know. I mean, but then again, you
thought about it, but I have enough.
Probably going to be able to pull it. Yeah.
Exactly. I have enough learns that I'm fine. I mean, you could talk about this Cogwork Archivist. It's a 6 mana 4/5. I just want like a big thing that I can close with, which is kind of what I'm missing here because my curve just stops. I mean, I could play this bounce spell that draws me a card. I'll play this divided by 0. All right, let's just try this out. And I'm going to cut down on my swamps a little bit here. I know I have 2 black spells, but I really don't want to be drawing my swamps early. So I think I can get it done with 5 black sources. Someone out there will probably yell at me for doing this, but
land math. Right. It's rough.
No problem. So I've got green. I guess this should be an island, and let's give this a try.
Yeah, you know, and if these games don't pan out, I feel like pivoting back into green blue if things go disastrously wrong. We'll do a quick edit here. That could work. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the great thing about Sealed on Arena is you can just go back and tweak your deck in between games, So. All right, so here's our opening hand. We are missing our black source, but that's fine. It's a removal spell. We can wait on it. This is a 5-drop, basically, though. So our first play is going to be this Compulsive Research on turn 3. I don't love this hand, but my deck is pretty light on creatures. So I'm inclined to actually keep this.
Yeah.
And if they're a quick, aggressive deck, it'll be a problem. But Sealed is generally slower. So, all right. Well, that's not the best. I drew this
Yeah, double
double
black
black
spell.
card.
Not quite what you're looking for.
But compulsive research will fix everything. That's my experience with this card.
Yeah, no, that's
in original Ravnica, this was like one of the hottest cards you could draft. Compulsive research. All right, so here comes the Tome Shred. I'm going to take 2 damage from this. Wow, drew another double black card. Well, getting punished. God greedy, getting punished for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I will compulsive research myself. Now, notably, I'm going to have to discard 2 cards no matter what I do because I have 9 cards in my hand currently. So I want to keep these 2 lands, I'm pretty sure. So I'm actually going to decline and just discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard this double black spell, I think. Because it's just, I'm pretty far away from casting it. And I want to keep one of these rule spells in my hand and cut this Deadly Brew. That's my instinct here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This Bayou Groff is also not the best, but it's going to come down as a 5/4 for 5 in a couple turns, so I guess I'll get rid of this Deadly Brew. All right, we'll do this. I love the Mystical Archive cards in Limited because they really make every Limited deck feel pretty different. You never know which ones you're going to open up in your draft, so...
Yeah, what we have.
All right, so 60... they just shipped with... Or go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, yeah, I think there's, 63 total, so, like, yeah, the sheer variety you're going to pick up out of those things is really cool. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah. I was going to say, so this is interesting. They just passed with 4 mana untapped. I feel like it's very likely they have a counterspell or a trick. So I'm going to play out this 2/4.
Feels likely.
And if they want to kill off my 2/4, that's fine. All right, they're just going to bounce it and learn. All right, yeah. I'm glad I didn't go down the sacrifice route against this cards like Divide by Zero, because playing the Demogoth into their bounce spells is pretty brutal.
Yeah,
make it go right back to your hand.
No fun.
I should maybe be playing my second Divide by Zero. It's pretty good. Someone in chat talks about Mana Tithe being the archive. Yeah, that's a really awesome Mystical Archive card. Oh man, Wandering Archaic.
Oof. Oh boy.
Wow. All right. So looks like whenever I cast instant or sorcery spell, I have to pay 2 or they copy it. Well, I guess I just better not cast the instants or sorceries. I think I can Frost Trickster down the Archaic to buy a bit of time here.
Yeah, joke's on them. You still didn't have the double black anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere close to casting either of my black spells anyway, right? So this card's great though. The Wandering Archaic, great pickup for Limited, great pickup for Commander. Now I've got more cards in my hand than they do, so they might fire off this Teachings to pick up 2 cards right now.
Yeah,
if they attack with the Tome Shredder, I'm going to block with this Reckless Amplimancer.
Wandering Archaic asking the question, did you pay the 2? Once again.
Yeah, right. That guy. That, what is this creature type? Spirit? Avatar? That Avatar. All right, so I drew another Forest. Still no closer to casting my black spells, but that's fine. I didn't want to pay the 2 for it anyway. So you can, or they, excuse me, can activate this Tome Shredder. You make it a 3/3. So I could attack. I could try and pump if they block with the Tome Shredder and activate it. That's one thing I could do. I think what I really want to try and do this turn is play out my Karok and my Pledge Mage. So I'm going to play out this land, and I'm going to start by attacking and see what they do. And if they activate, I'll take the bait and activate my Amplimancer. All right, they're not going to block. They're just going to take the 4. All right, I'm going to bring back the Karok back out. Pretty worried about sacrificing a creature for this Bayou Groff, given that we've seen 1 bounce spell out of their deck. So
yeah, it doesn't feel like the most exciting play right now.
All right, I'll play this little Pledge Mage here, and we'll ship the turn over to them. Ah, pop quiz.
Okay. Surprise!
All right,
It's
playing.
cards.
Yeah, exactly. Now, they still have five cards plus whatever they're learning here, so.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a kind of a controlled duel. All right, so they got to make an XX. Okay. They might fire it off right now, just make a huge creature.
Oh yeah, they could. Let's see here.
Make a 5/5, I think, with it.
Yeah, 5/5.
They also are doing a good job filling up their graveyard for this Tome Shredder, which will just grow larger over and over. All right. Oh, okay. It's just 2 4/4s, huh? All right.
Oh, just
Well,
only that.
that's it. Just 2 4/4s. Well, we're gonna send in this 2/2 flyer, which they can't block right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna just cast this Bayou Groff for 5 mana. And we're gonna do
full
this
value Groff sauce.
Yep, A3 here. And that's probably gonna trade with one of these 4/4s, I guess. Yeah, the Tome Shredder continues to grow too. That's gonna be a problem also.
Woof.
All right, here comes this Dust Speaker. This is pretty good. You can use the spells in your graveyard to give you more stuff to cast. All right, so I just need to trade up with one of these 4/4s.
Yeah, that
double block this other one. If they have an instant speed removal spell, it's going to kind of be rough for me. But otherwise, I'll trade off one of these 2/2s with their 4/4. All right, not too bad. I killed off their 2 4/4s. That's nice. Now, if I can find a black mana, might be able to get in this a little bit. Hey, there we go.
Hey. All right.
Just like we ordered. Okay. So now there's a big question of what to do. So we have this removal spell in our hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super worried about the Archaic's ability anymore because I'm gonna have plenty of mana lying around. So the question is, what do I want to kill? This is gonna be really strong against me. They have ammo for it. This is gonna grow really huge.
Of mana. Yeah, they have plenty of mana to cast anything that they exile.
So I think I'm gonna pass the turn and see what they do at the beginning of their combat step. And I'll leave all my stuff back to potentially block and throw a wrench in their works. Now, I need to cast this in the beginning of their combat step, because otherwise they'll be able to attack and get the trigger off of this.
Right.
All right. Interestingly, they continue to eat their spells with the Tome Shredder. So that's, taking away the ammo from the Dust Speaker, potentially. All right. So now I have a choice. I can either let them attack and flip 2 cards off this Dust Speaker, but if they attack, I do threaten the ability to block and kill it off. They kept exiling, so it also only has 1 attack in the can. I guess I'm kind of tempted to just let them go for it here.
Yeah, might be the way to go.
It will die to my thing, potentially. All right, they flipped a land and a Sun Breakthrough. Well, that's a problem. They flipped the removal spell.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and goad them into this a little bit here. I'm going to double block with these 2 creatures, and hopefully they'll play their first strike trick. And if they do, then I can kill off their creature in response.
Yeah, get a little bit tricksy on them.
And if they don't do anything, then I'll trade my Trickster for their Dust Speaker, which is fine with me. But I feel like they're probably going to cast this. Like they can only play it this turn. Maybe till next turn. Yeah, they can only play it this turn. So yeah, they're going to spend mana doing that. I'm going to spend mana on this Trickery. I will pay the 2.
Did you pay the 2?
I'm going to pay the 2, Chris. I'm going to pay the 2.
Pay the 2. Pay the 2, Gavin.
I'm going to pay the 2.
All right.
Now I need to find another swamp to get this online.
Yeah, things looking a little rough without that second swamp.
Yeah, and in general, but tempted. I guess I could scry my upkeep. I guess I'm not going to though. I want to leave mana up for this. All right, now they're going to tutor for instant or sorcery. Oh no.
Oh,
well, that's bad.
Oh no.
And how much mana do they have? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. I guess I should have scried to try and find my negate or something. Oh well. Well, that's bad.
Right?
And that's almost certainly going to be the game.
Yeah, that's that is a spicy meatball and a bad time for us.
All right. Play lands, and I'll leave up 5 mana to pump this thing.
Woof.
I'll get it in the air, I guess. Ugh, this is pretty rough.
Yeah. Hovering over the Wandering Archaic there, and I was like, "Wait, does it have reach? It has so many arms."
Yeah, I know. I was like, did I miss something? It's pretty tall. I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a big friend. You know, I would assume that it has reach just based on how large and friendly it looks.
All right. Well, my guess is if they're brave enough to cast this Magma Opus, I'm just going to totally die to this thing.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens. Maybe they'll discard it for a treasure. Maybe they just really need that mana.
Yeah, maybe they need that extra mana for Crackle with Power next turn or something. You know. Oh boy.
Yeah, you gotta get the mana for the fractal summoning, right? Very important.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an instant too. Good. Oh. Good gravy. All right. Yikes. Well, I'm just gonna take the 6 here. Go to 8.
Yeah, just block with our face.
If I can goad him into waiting until my turn, I can try and draw a negate. That's like my out here. Oh, okay. Well, they're not about that life at all. They're just gonna go straight for this this fractal here. All right. Well, just for that's fine.
The lowly 7/7.
At the end of the turn, I'm gonna scry. I'm gonna ship that to the bottom. I mean, this is pretty good because it blocks right now, but I just have to find a way to deal with the Magma Opus. All right, in my upkeep, do I want to fire that off again? I guess I have to have. I guess I can't because I need the mana up to be able to negate and pay the 2 for the Wandering Archaic. So I'm gonna drop.
One time? Yeah, one time.
It's a draw spell. We don't have to pay the 2 so their Archaic doesn't copy it, but don't really want them drawing more cards. We'll pay the 2. I will pay these 2. I will play this Swamp. All right, so now next turn I can cast Mage Hunter's Onslaught, so that's not nothing. And I do have 5 points of unblockable damage I can send in right now. Do I just die if I do that? Let's see, they could play this, they can kill off this, and I can block there and take lethal. So I have to leave one creature up, one additional creature up, I think. Otherwise, I'm straight up dead.
I'm consulting my notes here, but taking lethal is usually, sorry, just let me double check it. Usually not good.
Yeah, I'm not about that life, I'm afraid.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to try
So
something else.
I think we'll just get in for 3 with this unblockable Vortex Runner. I'm going to play this. Just something.
Just going to take some more notes here.
Yeah.
Lethal, no good.
All right, well, they're going to copy their next spell. It's not great.
Sounds like we might be having a couple of technical issues on the back end here. Producer Sean is going to be doing a little bit of work here to try to get our gameplay back up and streaming. But in the meantime, we'll do magic like they do in the Pioneer days. We'll just narrate it for ourselves here.
Well, we did just get hit by 2 magma opuses, so that's very dead.
Okay, yeah,
They
that's
copied it.
Super dead.
Copied their next spell. That's going to do the trick, I think.
Okay.
The trick there.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right. Well, I'm sorry that I led us down the garden path of this 3-color thing. I'm having a feeling that going back to green blue might be the way to go.
No, I think it's. You all can always look at things and be like, "Wow, I could have done this other thing." But there's an alternate universe where we played the green black deck and got rolled. So we could try switching. That's one always option. We could just it's sealed on MTG Arena. I could just go in and change my deck right now. We could try out the green black deck. Maybe that's fun. Maybe I'll try doing that. We'll see if that plays any better. So I'll just go in and tweak my deck for fun.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm gonna take an eyeball on chat here. Just as a heads up reminder, folks, to keep following MTG_Arena and Wizards_Help on Twitter for updates. If you're running into any technical issues with this release, those accounts there are going to be the most likely place to have all the latest up-to-date news. Unfortunately, I'm on stream here and I am not able to follow any potential updates or issues, but you all can.
So I'm going back in here, Chris, and I'm gonna try and make this this straight green black deck work. I'll admit it looks weaker to me. It looks a significant amount weaker, but we can try it.
Well,
see what happens.
Now what about just going green blue? What do you think?
You could
feel like
green blue.
I don't know. I mean, it's ultimately you're the one in the driver's seat. I don't want to step over.
I'm the one that cashed in the 2,000 gems. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we got at least 3 losses to give, right? Let's just try out all the different permutations.
So, that's fair. Yeah.
All right, let's try
green black this time around.
It's a straight green black. If this works any better, I don't mind switching decks around, which I think is pretty cool. Or the fun of MTG Arena. It keeps every time pretty unique. All right, so here's our opener. Not a single creature to be found.
Oh no! Wait, did we accidentally leave those islands in there?
Huh.
Or do we still have a couple of blue cards?
No, that's fine. That's it'll just make it more interesting.
Yep,
we're doing it live. All right.
We just gave ourselves an accidental stipulation draft here. It's fine.
Hilariously, my mana looks perfect, so I'm really not too worried about it. All right. I also have this turn 2 Agonizing Remorse, which is going to be pretty great. All right, so I can take their 2-drop, which they don't have. On turn 3, they have this Honor Troll, which is kind of annoying. They have this Sacrifice thing, which is a little annoying. There's this 5-mana 5/5. They will hopefully have the mana to kill by the time they cast it. They have this removal trick, which is pretty frustrating too. We're just going to grab their 3-drop. It's their first real play.
Yeah.
And I think I'm inclined to just nab it here. So get that out of here. All right. Well, I'm going to play out this Pledge Mage. I can play spells next turn. Now, if they want, they can play their Sacrifice thing and just trade that right for my Pledge Mage, which I'm fine with if they want to spend their removal spell killing my guy. See what they choose to do here. They got this this combat trick too. They have that with the Snakeskin Veil and this Professor's Warning. So Have to be wary when tangling into combat with this player. Goblin King.
The one.
All right. Here's Pledge Mage. 3/2. Well, I'm going to attack and threaten this professor's warning, I guess.
Yeah. Seems like
I don't want to pump up this Pledge Mage too much if I don't have to, because I know they have the sacrifice card in their hand.
Right.
But if they're gonna block, I'll happily trade the trick in my hand for it. Okay, well, they're gonna block. I will do both these things. Make it a 4/4. And then I'll play a land and play this field trip. And let's go for a little lesson here. All right, here are my options. Quite a few options.
Yeah.
Could grab this draw spell. Ironically, I left that island in on accident, but now I could go get this draw spell. So maybe I'm a genius.
The accidental
I don't want to go
plays.
I kind of want to go get this draw spell. So how many cards are in their hand?
I mean, listen, if there was any time to do it.
Yeah, I'm a genius. I'm gonna go with this. Now they're probably gonna fire off of this, I would imagine, to kill off my creature.
Yeah, seems reasonable on their part.
I also don't even know if they have a fourth land, so find that out right now too. My hope is to have my second black source before they get to casting. Yeah, here's this thing, kill off my creature. That's fine. Oh, they're missing a land drop. That's rough. I am going to cast this to draw 2 cards. Oh, and then let's go on another field trip.
Yeah, why not?
And now sounds like a good time to go get the big XX. So I'm gonna go get this.
Yeah, right.
Pretty good. And that's exactly where this wish board comes in handy, So
yeah,
they hit their fourth land drop.
During preview season, it was difficult to sort of imagine the scenarios of lesson learned playing out in person here. But yeah, just having all these different cards that give you access to, this wish board it's been really fun to see in person. Not gonna lie.
So they're also going on a little field trip themselves. Let's see what they find. Now, if I can find another black mana, it gives me access to both Rise of Exodus and the Mage Hunter's Onslaught. All right, so they took Scry 2 draw card, and here's my second black. So that's perfect. All right, I'm just going to slam this for all of it. Let's see, I can do it for 6, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Make it 6/6, which is 1 larger than their 5/5. So that's not that I'm not just going to kill off their 5/5 anyway. But this is 6 mana removal spell that essentially draws me a card, which is very nice.
Sorry, I'm just taking notes here that 6 is more than 5. Just real quick.
Yeah, I'm full of good information today.
More than 0.
All right, so they got this creature. Whenever creature control power equal to its toughness attacks against trample, so that would include their Master Symmetrist. Now the question is, do I want to just kill off their creature and shove? They did leave up mana for their Professor's Warning, which can make this indestructible, but I've got this removal spell in my hand, which exiles, so that's going to get around their indestructibility.
Yeah,
they did not leave up the green mana for Snakeskin Veil, so if I serve, I also don't have anything else to do with my mana this turn, so I feel like this is probably the play.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to exile anything from my graveyard. I will exile this from their graveyard. Right? Indestructible not going to help them against the Rise of Exodus. Great art by Wiley Beckert on this one. She does such amazing pieces.
Just a really cool piece. I love seeing more of Wiley's work in these sets.
Now, I could go get this 5 mana 4/4, just kill him with try and kill him off with all these lessons. Or I could get this removal spell. I'm pretty choked on removal spells, but light on threats. So I'm going to go for this. I guess I don't have the blue, though. All right, I'll just get this removal spell. I guess I do blue. Well, whatever. I should probably get the removal spell is going to be the right choice anyway.
Yeah, flush with removal.
I've got creatures in my deck I can draw. All right, so they're gonna place this 5-drop now with mana probably for this. I would imagine. No, okay, they're leaving up the Snakeskin Veil this time. They're like, you got me with the removal spell last time, the exile spell last time. You're not gonna get me again. So 4 or 5. I think so. They're gonna play. They can play the Veil to trade with my creature. I'm pretty greedy. I'm a pretty greedy person, Chris. I think I'm gonna give my creature 2+1/+1 counters and lifelink.
Oh, that's how we're playing today.
And just shove. They can't trade with my thing anymore. They're gonna have to take 8 on the chin, or lose their creature, or not lose it, but yeah, I guess basically just lose it. And I'll pass the blockers.
I forget. One of these removal spells is instant speed, right?
Eliminate can happen on instant speed. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
they drop down to 6. I go to 27. I'll pay 3. I will not sacrifice a creature.
No. Yeah, see, I'm petty enough that I would have tried to like force the snakeskin out of their hands and then blow it up in response or something like that, but that's just
but eliminate only hits stuff with CMC.
Oh,
mana value 3
okay.
or less.
That's what that was. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so they're just end of turning, making everything a 6/6. So I'm terrified about what's going to happen now. They have some fight card, maybe. Why would they have done that on the end of their turn? They're going to scry 2 and draw. Maybe they're just trying to gain some life. Not clear exactly.
Getting the most out of their mana, maybe.
Yeah. Usually the Snakeskin Veil you want to keep around to stop a removal spell. But if they need to make it a 6/6 to fight or something. Get it. Yep, so they're going to make their thing bigger. It's going to be a 7/7 indestructible this turn. Oh, there we go. There's their fight spell.
Yep.
That's what I was waiting for. All right, that's fine. We got their stuff out of their hand, though, so I feel kind of okay about it. I mean, they spent a lot of resources to make that happen. And now, I think I can do both these. I can play the Mage Hunter's Onslaught and this Demogoth Titan. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kill off their 7/7.
Yeah, take out their 7/7, swing in for some extra points. Yeah.
Attack with his Biograph. And here comes an 11/10. Let's see what they got.
Probably not.
They know I have
one
removal spell showing.
Tussling anytime soon, that 11/10, but
Yeah, I need some more creatures to get the job done here. Oh no, what's this?
No.
Wait,
what?
Oh, there we go. Gets the job done.
All right.
Boom.
Well, they had it, but just a little bit too late.
Yeah, thank goodness. All right, well, maybe we'll play one more here.
Yeah,
and I'll switch over to the green-blue deck. Play one more, switch over to green-blue deck. Then we'll try them all. We'll try the green-blue-black, we'll try the black-green, we'll try the green-blue, and we can see which one had the best win record out of all of them.
And make sure to pull
definitely, and I even had islands in my deck. So yeah, let's make sure to take these swamps out of here. That was hilarious, though. That it actually ended up being a positive for me that game.
Yeah, right.
When you're in a tough spot, make the most of it, I suppose. And
I'm trying to remember who it was on Twitter that was talking about Bury the Books, but they were actually pretty impressed by it. I think it might have been Sam Black even that was talking about that one.
Yeah, I think Bury the Books is pretty solid. I'll probably go back and put it in here in a second. Want to see how many cards adds up to. Yeah, I'm going to be a little short on playables just like this. So let's go back to Bury the Books. Probably going to put in Curate back in here. The cantrips are nice. Probably going to put in Resculpt. Burying Books. This card is really, it's main deckable, but let's see. Not going to play. This is too aggressive to play. Still 4 cards short. Well, there might be a failing of the green-blue deck, but I'll just play some of these, I guess, to round out Round out my curve here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Want this fractal summoning? Yeah, I could play this pest summoning. I could play this elemental summoning. It's just a 5-mana 4/4. It's not the best. Right, I'm gonna main deck this Teachings of the Archaics, and I guess I will. I'll main deck this Test of Talent. That's pretty. I guess I'll main deck this Test of Talent. It gets their spell.
Yeah, we got to do what we got to do, right?
All right. I immediately like this green blue deck less than my green black or green blue black deck, but in the interest of trying the full range of everything out, let's give it a go.
You know, it's
played against
the spirit of
the unholy
experimentation.
All right, what we got. All right, I will mulligan it.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, well, I don't love this hand much more, but I don't really want to go to 5, so we're going to keep this. I think we're going to shove this divide by 0. That's my guess. Maybe I'm supposed to shove the field trip, but we'll shove this. Let's do it. All right. I like when my opponents say hello to me. Hello, opponent. But I do have some wizards, which is good for this mentor's guidance. But I'm needed the blue. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Did we replace those swamps that were in the deck?
Oh no. Hey,
Possible we
irrelevant.
didn't. Well,
Irrelevant.
We'll see how it goes. We're gonna learn some lessons. I've got 2 draw spells in my hand. All right, I'm gonna lock this down. 13 land aggro. Here we go. It might have automatically done it. I honestly wasn't looking.
It's I couldn't tell you for sure either. This has been this has been a real bad news bears of a stream and a deck building experience. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. It's okay. The thing is, though, if I win the 2 times that I messed up my mana, it's gonna tell me some really weird things about what I should be doing. So
that's always the worst,
right? So here comes
when you have an unexpected level of success with, some deck choices that either you shouldn't have made or did not mean to make. Right? It always gives you that weird set of expectations.
All right, so I'm going to play this Mentor's Guidance here. Just going to copy. I'll say no to Tangle Tap, please. Go on the bottom. I'll see 4 cards this way. Say no to the Quandrix Pledge Mage. Ideally, I'd like to find a land here. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Attack, and that was pretty sweet. I have this Curate and Compulsive Research to help find more lands too. So, my curve, to be fair, my curve is extremely low. So
that's true.
All right. You get in for 2 with this. With Plarg. Rutha shows up. You can pick her up to copy an instant or sorcery spell. All right. Well, I am going to shove in with this Frost Trickster. Yeah. Then I'm probably going to go for the little. I think this comes into play untapped, right? Yeah. Or it comes into play tapped. All right. Well.
Yeah.
I will probably go for this Biomathematician and leave the mana up for a Curate. I could also resculpt this 1/1 into a 4/4. That doesn't seem like the worst either. I would do a great job of stemming their stuff. What do you think, Chris? You like to turn the 1/1 into a 4/4?
That's an instant, right? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like you have a ton of ways of doing anything more with this fractal. I feel like that's a fine call. I dig it.
I'm trying to think if I was worried about doing it. Sometimes I want to do it. Do you want to do it on your turn? Because if they have a small removal spell, a 2 damage spell or something, it can mess you up. But having it be a combat trick is more valuable. So they're going to go learning. Oh, and they're going to copy it. That's exciting. Okay. Right, I guess I will allow for all that to happen. They're going to draw 2 cards and learn twice. We'll get to learn a little bit about what they get here.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what they can pick up from their wish board.
It's funny, so when I was adding cards into this deck, I'm like, wow, I'm really having to add a lot of cards in here. Why is it taking so many cards? And then, yeah, that would explain that I just didn't put lands back in. That's fine. All right, so they got 2 creatures. Very nice. I hope they attack, and then I just eat their creature with this resculpt. Oh, yeah. Chompy, chompy.
Yeah,
Wow, they
yes,
really kind of
no,
make up their mind.
yes, no. Yeah.
Maybe they're watching the stream and heard me.
Oh man, are they ghosting us? Are we getting ghosted right now?
If you can hear me, make an emote. All right, well, I'm going to turn this into a 4. Glad you didn't attack now, I bet, right? All right. Do that land. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bunch of
Level with
card
you. I
draw
never once considered that we could be ghosted on one of these streams, but I guess it's possible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. All right, let's go for a little field trip here and learn something new. I'm just curious. I'm going to look at how many lands are in this deck. Yep. There's like 13 lands in this deck. So.
13 land deck.
No problem. We're doing fun. We're doing fun.
We got it. We're doing great. Everybody, listen. It is in Seattle here. The sun is shining. It's a lovely Thursday afternoon, and we're just never gonna have the right number of lands in this deck, and that's okay. You know, happy accidents.
So I have one burn here. What do I want to get? I can play a 2-drop. I probably want to get this 5-mana removal spell for when they tap out to play their 4/4 next turn. So I think that's what we're going to get. Introduction to Annihilation.
Yep.
Play out this land.
Just an intro. No advanced Annihilation in this household.
Yeah.
Just an
intro. Yeah. Advanced Annihilation is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
They want to double block this 4/4. I'm just going to let them. I just can trade off with that. That's totally fine. Slam in for 6. All right. Ship the turn. Now, if they elect to play out this 4/4, I'm going to Annihilation it. There's a good chance they're going to go for like the era 3/3s. There's also got to be wary about them activating the Splarg. Definitely a thing we should keep in mind.
Right.
It gives them a long game engine they have to be worried about. Let's see what happens here. This token comes in tap, so we cannot block right away. That's worth noting.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna play around that incorrectly at least once in this limited format before the time is up, I'm sure.
Usually when we're designing stuff that can make instant speed tokens from your graveyard, we try and have them come in tapped so that you can't mess with combat. Because otherwise it's like, oh my gosh, on turn 2 this creature died, now you could surprise me with the blocker. All right, that's fine.
Right, exactly.
Fire. All right, made a 2/2 flyer. That's fine. Cure it at the end of their turn. All right. We're gonna attack with Blarg. There he comes.
Blarg.
All right, let's curate. All right. Well, how many different powers do I control? I have 2 different powers. This is 3 mana, draw 2. I guess I'll take the Divination. And Tangle Trap flies. It kills off their creature. It's not too bad, I guess. I guess I'll just leave them both. I'll put none of them in my graveyard. And I would like to draw a Golden Ratio, then Tangle Trap. Perfect. Very good. All right. Now, we're going to kick it off with a compulsive research, I think. I guess if I play Golden Ratio first, I have a chance of finding a land for the compulsive research to discard. All right, we'll start with the Golden Ratio.
Yeah.
I hate burning it before I need to, but. And then we'll compulsive research ourselves.
Just every card.
Oh, look all the lands.
Look at that.
The land overfloweth. All right, I'm gonna do
Just how we drew it up.
this. Thank you. I'll deal
Thank you,
5
opponent.
to your 5. That's right. I got you the main deck Tangle Trap. All right, thank you. I don't mind main decking these kind of cards, especially in sealed. There's usually artifacts to blow up like this, or your opponent's gonna have flyers. And if you have flyers, you want to get through. A way to kill off their flyers is pretty nice. So.
Yeah, and again, typically in sealed, people looking to play those like bigger late game threats that are more guaranteed to win the game, and many of those happen to be flyers. Or maybe it's just another Frost Trickster. Could just be infinite Frost Tricksters. That too.
Yeah. All right, so they can threaten 8 points of damage. You're gonna cut my life in half. I got some plays this turn that'll help out, though. All right.
Into pieces. Let's see here.
I'm gonna drop these 2 creatures, and the big question is, can I attack? So we're at 8 apiece. I know 2 of their cards in their hand. There's this 4/4 and this 1/4 and this mystery card. If I serve and they block, I can square up to kill off their flyer. Though I kind of would love to save that to push through damage or to be a combat trick.
Yeah.
Against one of these things. So I guess I'm inclined just to play a little defense, wait for my 4/4 to come back online, and ship the turn across. Oops, not attack. And we'll see what they do. Probably gonna make a 4/4 of their own to tussle with mine. Be my guess. I also have this Plarg once again. Like at some point, the game will go on, and you will just Plarg into whatever you want. Also, though, I mean, Plarg is great because of the looting ability on it, allowing you to discard a card and then draw a card. Is like particularly good with Learn Lesson because anything you lesson for, you can just discard away. It converts it into another resource, which is great.
Right.
So here's your attacks. All right.
Okay.
This is what they're doing.
Just going all out.
Yep. I'm gonna go for some blocking here. And I mean, I know half their hand, so I'm gonna take some risks on this block. It might not work out.
But you got to do what you got to do, right?
Right. Let's see. If I don't square up and I leave these back, and they play a 5/5, I can go production. I should just try and square up. All right. Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna block with this. If I do that, yeah. Okay. I'll block like this, and then I'm gonna square up this 3/2. Let's see what they do. They're not doing anything. They probably have something for this, but let's give it a try.
Yeah, worth a shot.
All right, this will pump this up to 3. This will make this a 4/4. It'll eat that. All right, well, that happens.
Well, okay.
This happens. See if everything falls the way I want it to. Nice. All right, I got a 7. I'm left with a pretty great board. And if they play out one of their 5-power creatures, or 5-mana 4-power creatures, I can just kill with this Introduction to Annihilation. Okay, they're going to do this. And they're probably going to play the Intro to Annihilation. All right, that should be game. I guess it's not quite game.
Well,
it's not quite game. Because I'm going to cast this on this guy. And then they can block either of my 4/4s, take 7, go to 1. But that still seems like the place to be. So if they play Instant Sorcery, I can.
Yeah.
It's negate, right? Like negate's fine.
Yeah, it's
negate with upside.
kind of a negate.
Yeah. All right, they go to 1. I'm gonna ship the turn. If they don't have a haste creature to kill me.
One time.
There's the 3-power haste creature that we already saw, right? This Battle Seer. There are other ones in the set though. I know they have this to copy their spells, which is annoying. You generate a bunch of blockers. Whoa! Deals X damage to each non-dragon creature, where X is the. All right. Well, I would like to test your talents. Hello. Were you ready for the test of talents?
Wow.
Good game.
This
is their hand.
Our 27th pick card getting in there, putting in work.
I told you, counter spells can be pretty great. There's a lot of spells running around this format. So there you go. So right. What you learned today: play 13 lands, play islands in your black-green deck.
Taking more notes. Yep.
And don't just play the thing that looks the best. And those are my tips for you.
Just ignore conventional pick order. Don't worry about your mana base, and just run with it. Just vibes. Just the whole deck.
For the record, that was 12 lands. So I just checked 12 lands. At the end of our game, we controlled 8 lands, and we discarded 1.
Resident format expert Gavin Verhey giving it to you first. Play 12 lands. Clearly, nothing more necessary. I don't see the issue.
I don't know. I did the math.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gavin, for joining us. This has been a blast. It's been a weird one, but it's been a good one. And thank you all for joining us out there. Hope you have a great time playing Strixhaven, both in Arena now and over the weekend at the pre-release party. And we'll catch you around next time.